Welcome to PSA Today. Let's talk. In this episode, we are addressing a matter that affects many of our members deeply: the emotional and procedural impact of unfair dismissal and disputes, and the role that PSA plays in supporting you every step of the way. I'm Angelica, and joining me to unpack this process is Advocate Gina C. Gina, members often have problems at work, and they eventually lodge a grievance. What are the process of this grievance, and what challenges do they experience?
Okay, first of all, greetings to you, Angelica, and to the membership that's listening. Look, the grievance process in all government departments where the PSA has a foothold, we have elected shop stewards that it is their role and responsibility to assist the members with the grievance from the inception right until the conclusion of the grievance. So the shop steward will assist you in drafting the grievance and will submit same to the employer. If it's a complex matter that requires the assistance of the PSA labor relations officers in the provincial offices, they can also be called upon to assist in the drafting of the grievance. It's important to note that our shop stewards are based at the various government departments and parastatals. They have the best understanding of the internal policies that are used in the department, and they will be in a better position to articulate in the grievance what are the issues and what is the remedy that the member wants from the employer. It's also important to note that the employer has 30 days by which to respond to the grievance, and if unable to do so, then the PSA representing a member, we have other rights that we can utilize.
What happens if the employer doesn't respond within 30 days?
Okay, look, if the employer doesn't respond, it's important that we timelessly then refer the matter to either the CCMA or to the relevant bargaining council that's applicable to the matter, or in some cases, you can even refer the matter to the Public Service Commission.
What challenges do we have when we refer a matter to the CCMA, Labour Court, or bargaining councils?
Okay, look, at very high level, and for the purpose of this session, your CCMA processes and your bargaining council processes are nearly the same. It's similar. So our first step of call when we refer the matter, we would get a case number, and you would receive your first hearing would be a conciliation process where the parties are then called in for us to try to resolve the dispute. If we're successful, the commissioner will issue a settlement agreement. If not, he'll issue a non-resolution certificate. And then we would then apply or the PSA representing a member would then apply for an arbitration date. Now, this is where, as PSA, we experience our challenges and difficulties. Because once PSA makes the referral for the arbitration date, we have no control over the processes by when the council or the CCMA can give us a date or can confirm a date. And we are aware that in some councils, there are severe massive backlogs. So while we empathize with our members, once we refer the matter, we also have to rely then on the council to provide us with the date. With regard to the labor court matters, when PSA represents members and all the necessary documents and affidavits are filed, and we're ready to proceed with the matter, we would then apply for a date. And then once again, the PSA has no control over the dates that the labor court issues. This is solely within their prerogative. It falls under their jurisdiction to issue these court dates. And unfortunately, in South Africa at the moment, the judiciary does have serious challenges. There's up to a 3-year delay or backlog in issuing these dates. Some of our members, once we do the application for the date, we're waiting 18 to 24 months. And, it is cause for concern, but there's nothing that the PSA can do beyond that process.
There is a common misconception that PSA can speed up these dates. Why is it not possible, and what governs these timelines?
Look, the PSA, we don't have legal standing to over these court dates. It's solely the prerogative of the Labour Court or their various platforms. So they would be the ones to give out the dates. And as I mentioned before, there is a severe backlog. The backlog stems from when South Africa had COVID and even before that. So, and then we also know that there is a shortage of judges to hear these labor court cases, which is also adding to the problem. So, it is unfortunate, but PSA, there's not much because we have to follow the legal process. So we cannot intervene beyond waiting for the court date from the labor court. However, we will continuously update our members regarding these pending dates. Each matter, whether it's referred to the labor court or the CCMA process, you would have a PSA labor relations officer allocated to the case. Your PSA labor relations officer would be dealing with the matter at the CCMA or at the council. And at the labor court, we would appoint an attorney or an advocate. But a labor relations officer will also be allocated to the case. So our members can rest assured that these LROs would continuously be providing progress and updates to the members as the case proceeds.
So what kind of updates can the PSA give to members during this waiting period?
Okay, look, during the CCMA council and labor court process, the labor relations officer or the shop steward allocated the matter. We can provide you with updates relating to your case number, the pending court dates, each and every time new correspondence is received, the status of the matter, and when your court date will be issued.
What are the key responsibilities of shop stewards to support members during these times?
Look, the shop stewards play a very vital role and a focal point in the communication process. Your shop stewards are your link between your members on the ground and your labor relations officers that are based in the provincial offices. Your shop stewards can also provide support during this time. So they would be the communication link. They would be giving you updates, should be on a monthly basis, or as and when any progress or correspondence is received.
Gina, you mentioned that shop stewards play a vital role in this communication. How can they more effectively communicate with the provincial office to give member updates?
Look, let us go back to when we apply for these dates. It's unfortunate that we have these massive delays and massive backlogs, which is beyond PSA's control. So I would recommend then that shop stewards, if there's a pending date, to await the progress or the correspondence from the court or from the bubbling council, and then just provide a reassuring message to the members on a monthly basis that the matter is still pending, and once there is a confirmed date, they would be informed accordingly.
Gina, what advice would you give to members who feel overwhelmed or forgotten during this process?
Yes, this is a very stressful time for our members, and I would advise that the member remains calm, remains resilient and proactive. PSA would advise you on the timelines, the status of your case, and what is occurring. Anytime that we receive a new update, you would be provided with the information as soon as possible. I would encourage you to practice self-care and let the PSA worry about your labor rights and your labor issues. Thank you.
Remember, you are not alone in this process. The PSA stands by you, and we're doing everything within our power to ensure fairness and support. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Stay informed, stay empowered, and know that your union walks this journey with you.